Pinterest is powerful, but only if you know that it's actually working, right? And that's where so many authors get stuck. You're pinning, you're making graphics, maybe you're batch creating your content, but then what? Do your pins just float out there? I don't know, like, the single socks that get lost in the dryer, or are they actually reaching people and driving your book sales? That is where analytics come in. And don't worry, this doesn't have to be scary. I am a word person, not a math person, but I'm also a data nerd. And I really do love looking at the data dashboard that is on the back end of Pinterest when you have a business account. It's a very empowering. So today I'm going to walk you through the most important Pinterest analytics for authors, which includes some real examples from my own account. And in the end, I hope that you'll be able to stop guessing and start making smart choices with your time and letting Pinterest work for you. Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Bourbon, bestselling author of more than 35 novels, a writing coach, a book cover designer, and founder of Writer Spark Academy. Basically, I have worn all the hats: writer, marketer, tech support from my own website. Now I'm here to share with you and help you save time, trial, and error as you delve into Pinterest as a great, great marketing tool. Pinterest is hands down my favorite marketing tool because it works in the background for me. It brings consistent newsletter signups and, yes, actually book sales. And it's working while I am drinking my pumpkin spice latte or walking my dogs. Whatever I'm doing, Pinterest is always there working in the background. How do I know it is working? Good question. It's the analytics. First, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future Marketing Mondays or Craft Thursdays, and stick around until the end of this video. I'm going to share the metric that I check every single week that keeps my Pinterest strategy simple and effective. All right, let's dig in. First things first. To see analytics, you need a Pinterest business account. It is free and it unlocks all of the data that you need. Again, data nerd, maybe you'll become one too. Once you're logged in, click on Analytics. It's in the top menu. You'll land on an overview of the dashboard, which is full of numbers and graphs and percentages. It can look a little overwhelming. I know the first time I opened mine, I thought, oh my gosh, I've signed up for an accounting class. And I was like, this is too much. I became a writer, so I didn't have to do math, right? But don't panic, because these are just numbers, and there are three in particular that matter most for you as an author. Let's look at those three things. The first is impressions. This is how many times your pins are shown in searches, feeds, or boards. So it's basically your visibility. When I started posting pins for my holiday mystery series, for example, in September, I saw huge spikes in my impressions in November and December. Pinterest was showing those to people who were searching for cozy mystery Christmas reads. The lesson I learned from this is that if your pins are invisible, it's not that Pinterest hates you. It's probably a keyword issue, or you just need to give the algorithm time to warm up, sort of like the sourdough starter I have in my fridge right now. The impressions will grow as you become more skilled at your pin development and posting. The second metric is engagement. So engagement is where the magic really happens. So this is showing you not just who's seeing your pins, but who is actually interacting. Saves mean that people are connecting enough to put your pin away in one of their boards. So it's like they're bookmarking it for later, which is exactly what you want. So that's saves. Outbound clicks, to me, are like gold, because this means that someone was willing to leave Pinterest to go into your writing world, whether that was your website, your lead magnet, your retail page, wherever you wanted to send them, they went there. So for example, I have a pin that links to my free Pinterest quick start guide on my Writer Spark account. That one pin brings me subscribers all month long. And then another pin that leads to my free Book Magic novella pulls in new readers every single day. So it's like a little marketing machine, right? It's working always, which is so great because I just want to be writing my books and doing things like this YouTube video. The third metric is your top pins. So this is Pinterest showing you which pins were sort of like your all-stars, which ones performed the best. One of my top pins is about a cozy reading space, like your little reading space in your house. So what does that tell me? My readers are interested in fun content about my writing life just as much as my books. So I lean into that and I make more pins like that. Those pins continue to perform really, really well. So don't just admire your top pins, although, do that too, but listen to them. They are telling you exactly what your readers want and what they are responding to. So don't ignore them, pay attention to them, and then see how you can use them to, continue that trend. So that leads me to, how do you use your data? You've got impressions, you've got engagements, and you've got top pins. Now, what do you do with that? You want to double down on what is working. So if a pin is getting clicks, make more pins like that. Same idea, different visuals. Pinterest loves patterns. You also want to refine what is not working. So if a pin has high impressions but no clicks, Pinterest is showing it to people, but no one's biting, like the fish aren't biting. That doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It just means you need to tweak the execution. Maybe take a look at your text overlay before you toss it out. Change your description. So think of it as revising one of your drafts. So you just want to see if you can make it stronger and more clickable. Also, look at the time frames. Pinterest is not like TikTok. It is a slow burn. Pinterest can take months and months to really have an impact. So don't panic if something isn't performing in a week. Check in 30 days or 90 days. You can expand to those views within the analytics dashboard. My pins from last September, October about my Bobbin for Answers, my Halloween book, are performing again now. So don't worry if things aren't performing immediately. Remember, Pinterest is a long game. I don't get overwhelmed or bogged down with the analytics. Like I said, I am a data nerd with this because I love Pinterest so much, but I also don't get stuck in it. Once a week, I log in and just check my outbound clicks. So this is the most important thing, in my opinion, for authors to continually check. The other metrics are important, that we do want to look at those, but the outbound clicks, to me, are what matter most. Impressions and saves are kind of like, the applause, like the follows or the likes. Clicks are like a standing ovation, right? They mean readers are actually moving into the ecosystem I've created, into my writing world, my site, my newsletter list, my books. Those outbound clicks are the metric that shows me that Pinterest is doing what I want it to do. It's doing its job for me. All right, here's a quick recap. Your impressions equal reach or your brand awareness. Your engagement is resonance, like what's resonating with people. And your clicks equal results. So start tracking those three things. Remember, you need a business account, and Pinterest will stop feeling, hopefully, like a mystery, and it will start working for you like a real marketing tool for your author career. Also, you're going to feel so extremely smart when you start talking about clicks and impressions and engagement with your friends. Remember to take a look at the Pinterest Power for Authors course, because I go much deeper into all of this, as well as the design elements and so much more. Thanks so much for tuning in to Marketing Monday, y'all. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode, which is on automating your workflow. So that mantra that I love, work smarter, not harder. I'm going to show you how to do that, how to make Pinterest work for you in the easiest possible way. And if you want my free pin signal checklist, basically a cheat sheet to show how Pinterest decides which pins to push, you'll find that in the link below. Until next time, y'all, happy pinning, happy writing, and I hope you dig into your analytics dashboard. See you next time.
Ain't never needed Poppy's blessing, no. You need keep working just to get it, though.